Okay, guys, part of your assessment for your Revolutions unit, you're going to need to create a reference list at the end. So these are basically all the sources that you have used in your assessment. Okay, so whatever you've used to find facts, evidence, we need to create a reference list. All right. Now, this can't just be a list of URLs. You can't just copy and paste. So this is the URL up here. We don't need to copy and paste these. We need to sort of format these in a particular way. And to do that, we're going to use a site called Citethisforme. Okay, so you can just put that into your Google browser, and we're going to click on this here. Okay. Let it load up. So once you upload it, it will first ask you what type of citations would you like, or the style of them. Now, citations come in many different styles, and structurally they alter based on the type of style you have. Now at Ireland School, we use APA, so this is the one we want here. So we're going to click on APA, and it will take us then to a page that looks something like this. Now, it asks you then to choose your source. Now, most of you will have been using web-based sources. It's unlikely any of you have used any journals or any books for this. So we're going to focus on web-based sources. So I'm going to click on website. Okay. It says either search for my website, I can enter, or I can actually put it in manually. So I'm actually just going to put the URL in. Now, I've had a look at, I'm doing Tiananmen Square as my protest, and I've got, this is one of the sources I've been using. So it's The Guardian, it's a national paper from the United Kingdom. It would be a reliable source. Hopefully there wouldn't be some bias in this. So I'm going to copy and paste that URL. And then I'm going to drop it and paste it into here and hit search. Okay, so it's found my article. Now I want to cite it. So I click on cite. Okay, and it's come up. This is, we found it. So we've got the author, we've got the article title, we've got where we've actually got it from. And I'm just going to click on continue. Now, then it allows you to add any further information. Now, sometimes when you do this, the author's name won't appear. So you will need to actually type in when the author actually published this. You might also need to adjust the year it was published. If we actually have a look at this, we can actually see that it was published on the 31st of May, 2019. So I want to change this year. Okay, so I'm going to change it to 2019. Okay, we've got the title. You could have the publisher in there if you wanted, as The Guardian as well, but that's fine. This is the date I'm actually accessing it, and then I'm just going to hit complete. And now that has created a reference that is ready for you to copy and paste directly into your Google Doc. Okay, and if it says here copy bibliography, or in this case it would be a reference list, I'm going to hit copy. Okay, it's now copied that. If I can close this part, bear with me. Okay, so it will have copied everything in this section here. That is basically your reference in APA format. Now, we would want to say, if we use information from this article within our text, we would need to basically quote the author within the text. Okay, so if I had said, if I go to here, and I had used, let's have a look, scroll down here. What happened during the crackdown? Okay, so if I sort of said early hours of the 4th of July, Chinese troops launched 2 prolonged attacks. Okay, so I've taken that information from this source. Now I want to quote the author of this source, because that's where I've got this information from. So at the end of my sentence, I would quote the author's name and the date it was published. And if I go back to Cite This For Me, you can see it says here in text, okay? And this is your in-text citation. So if I copied in-text citation, you can see it, it disappears, but you can see it highlights the U and the 2019, okay? And then you would copy that in to your essay wherever you needed it. All right, so that's what you need to make sure that you have completed for all of your references. Now, your reference list needs to be in alphabetical order by this person's surname. Okay, so you're going to lay it out in alphabetical order. Each source needs to be formatted in this way. And every time you use information within your explanations and research, you need to be putting citations within the text.